Pine and self-reproach. The Bach Flower Remedy pine is what people who keep reproaching themselves as a matter of course need. They have such a terrible guilt complex that they blame themselves for everything, and very soon, it becomes a habit. What these people need is to be able to forgive themselves and to get rid of the constant regrets they keep having when it comes to their own performance. Physical. He keeps on and on at whatever work he is entrusted with. He hardly ever stops to rest and is extremely conscientious. The sad part is, even if he does the job well, it's never good enough for him. He will always find fault with it. He is the kind of person who could fall ill and then apologize profusely for having missed work. Pine blows away his guilt complex and makes him more appreciative of his work and himself. Mental. Somewhere deep inside, he feels he does not deserve to be alive, which is why he is constantly saying sorry for existing. He keeps harping on what isn't good enough about him in his mind, so much so that he believes that he can never achieve anything great, even though he might be well above average. He will hold himself back and never push himself forward except to apologize for how bad he is. Pine helps him think better of himself. Emotional. How can a person who does not love himself love others? While they can love with their whole heart, they are very giving. They cannot accept love without feeling they do not deserve it. This makes it a one-sided relationship. Love needs giving and taking, and knowing how to take is as important. Pine brings in the freshness of acceptance and self-worth, and it won't be long before these people learn how wonderful a balance in love can be. Spiritual. Sometimes it seems like the guilt a person in the negative Pine state goes through has no logic. It is almost as though it is a part of their genetic code. As old as the hills, maybe. Going back to the Garden of Eden perhaps, and the guilt of that first sin. What Pine does is to heal the spirit and to wash it clean of any memories of past sin. It teaches a person to accept himself as a special spiritual being with a unique soul that does not need to apologize for living, but revel in the fact